What's going on, guys? Ronnie with the Local Losers. Beau's here. My mic is on. Probably not. Beau's back, obviously. If
My
you guys
mic's
have
on.
watched any
Sorry.
of the videos for, I don't know, the last month, you've seen him on the channel. So this is kind of like our true reintroduction of Beau. Beau and I have been friends forever. If you guys joined during the time that Beau was gone, he started the channel with me, and we're going over all of his projects, all his cars, everything that has changed, because I think some have come and gone. I think only come. I don't think anything's gone. The red truck.
The hard body.
Yeah, so the simple turbo truck left Beau, and now it's mine, but still on the channel. But yeah, we're gonna go over some of his projects like this. This is his from a long time ago, and we have another car here that we're getting ready to start a series on.
Yeah, super excited.
And yeah, he has some other stuff that we're gonna go to his house and check out.
What's up? All right, so this is my 91 F-150. I've had it for about 10 years. We did pretty much all, it looked like a grandpa truck before, and we did pretty much all this to it.
It looks so cool. Everybody knows this truck in town. Like
Yeah,
everybody's
yeah,
like
yeah.
the 77 truck.
This is my birth year, by the way. I'm this old, which is crazy.
Way old.
Yeah. Anyway, right now it's getting head gaskets replaced. Ronnie's doing that right now. And for 2025, I want to drive it. I've used it to tow the RX-7 to the track twice or once? Once?
One
Hello
time.
again. All right, so I don't really have plans for this for 2025, other than, I have other priorities. So I'll just be using this. We have a couple cars that we're going to be, of mine, that we'll be finishing, that we'll be doing shakedowns on, a couple of Mustangs, and I'll be using this to tow them to Musselman when we take them for shakedowns. But other than that, like, I'm probably just going to drive this because I enjoy driving it. That's about it.
Cool. What's next?
Next is the Fox body over here. We did some videos earlier on when the channel was pretty young.
We did the seats in the roll cage,
We
right?
did seats, we did wheels, we did roll cage, we did coilovers, we did steering wheel, some interior stuff, but I mean,
pretty cool.
I think we did quite a, I don't know, we did like 5 or 6 videos on this.
Looks pretty good.
But yeah.
They're gonna get a sneak peek of what's going on here.
So it's just been kind of sitting since then. I was driving, it was originally a 4-cylinder, and I was driving it, blew a head gasket, and so it's been sitting for, what, a couple of years?
Yeah.
And
Fords and head gaskets. Weird.
yeah, right? But the plan for this within the next month is to get that 302 right there in it and put a sniper kit on it, which is around here somewhere.
Yeah, it was in the seat. They saw it.
Oh, okay. Put a sniper kit on it and get it on the drift track. So it'll be getting towed by the F-150 to the drift track for a shakedown.
So if it was 1992, Beau would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'd be a cool dude. I'd probably be wearing like a blue jean jacket or a leather jacket, listening to
If he
REO
had
Speedwagon
hair,
or something.
maybe a mullet.
Yeah. I'd be freaking a redneck hero. But, I plan to change up the aesthetics a little bit. I really like the color, and I get a lot of people saying that they like the color.
The color's interesting.
I kind of want to keep this factory paint as long as I can. It doesn't have to be pretty. I'm just going to keep it, but I'm going to change up the aesthetics a little bit, so you'll see that. But the shakedown will be the big thing, plus taking the sniper and driving around, letting it tune itself, and then taking it to the dyno, see what kind of power it makes. That's going to be fun too.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting project. This is our next project. This is what's coming out. That's why it's in the list.
This is #1 priority right now.
We're starting next weekend on this.
We're going to head over to my house right now, and the Hyundai's out front.
We can go talk about that.
We'll show you all the Hyundai too, and then we'll head over to my house, and you'll see the rest of the fleet over there.
Boom.
Yeah, this is kind of my my fun car right now and my daily right now. Like, I'm enjoying the crap out of this car. It's been crazy fun. I got it for like $250, and I mean, I lowered it and put some wheels on it, and now I just love it. I've taken it to the track. I've taken it to autocross. It's a 2001 Hyundai Accent.
How did it do at autocross?
What's up?
How did it do at autocross?
It did really, really good. Like, it did super good. I was really surprised. Will took his Hellcat, and I was about a second off of his pace.
Wow.
Yeah. So, because I had the lightness, he had the heaviness.
Yeah.
He had the power, I had the no power, but the lightness kind of evens us up a bit.
Power to weight is a big deal.
Yeah, it's a huge deal.
Especially in autocross.
And this thing weighs, it's crazy because this weighs less than a Civic of the same year. Like a hatchback Civic weighs like a couple 100 pounds more than this.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but this only had like 92 horsepower from the factory. So, yeah, it doesn't really have a lot of get up and go, but it's fun to drive.
Beau is doing like a cheap track car series right now, and his point being is you don't have to be a millionaire to get on track. That's the whole point, is like you can do this for cheap. You can go buy a car like this. He has another car that we're going to show you after this one. But you can go buy some of these cheap cars, do very minimal things to them, and just go have a blast with your friends. This is something that you could easily do with your tax return, have a complete ready to go track car for, you know, $2 grand, $3 grand.
If that
tops,
even. If that
you know.
even. My goodness.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's absolute most.
Yeah, the most expensive thing on this car is the wheels, and you don't even need wheels. You just need like fairly decent tires.
Yeah. The wheels were just because Beau wants this to be cool.
I want it to be cool so bad. So bad that like I have more goals for this car than any other car in my fleet for 2025. Like, I want to put coilovers on this. I want to put new like brakes on the front. I want to do brakes on the back. I want to do seats. I want to do, well, most of the interior. I want to do like paint, wrap. I need to do new tint. I'm thinking of some sort of tasteful spoiler, if there is such a thing. Like nothing big, just a little like lip spoiler here, or like a little, I don't know, something that would look neat. I don't know what it would be, but yeah, I've got a lot of plans for this year. So yeah, my little Hyundai. Maybe even like a head rebuild, because this smokes pretty good.
Does it?
Like when I go to take, oh, you want to see? Yeah, watch this. Yeah, watch this. This is hilarious. Watch it smoke. See if it does it. Watch it not do it.
It's like, no, I'm fine. No smoke. What's he talking about? Nothing. Nothing. Little puff. Little bit. Little bit. Not much. But it was there. It was there.
Did it smoke at all?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit?
I don't think the camera picked it up at all.
Dang, man. When I'm pulling off from a red light, or it's worse when I'm in the drive-through. Like, people are trying to give me my food, and they're like coughing and choking and stuff, because it's just smoking like crazy.
It identifies as a diesel.
So I think it may need a head rebuild, like valve seals, or I hope it doesn't need to be re-ringed, but it may. It's got 230,000 miles, so it may need to be re-ringed, but I might get to an engine rebuild this year or next. Who knows? But for now, we're just going to take it to the track. Try to take it to the track at least every month, like autocross or a road course or something like that. Maybe the drag strip, maybe a dyno pull. Just get all the things done to show you what you can do with your
smell it
with your
oil.
Yeah, just to show you what you can do with your cheap little car that you buy on Facebook Marketplace.
Well, cool. Let's go check out the rest of it.
Let's do it.
We're headed over to Beau's house now to go see the rest of the fleet. All right, we made it to Beau's. He's going to open the garage. This is his trailer. You guys have probably seen it on the channel quite a bit. Yeah, we got it for super cheap with no title. He's got to get a title for it. It's got a winch and stuff. Our buddy Garrett sold it to us. And yeah, that's it. It's a trailer. It's a car trailer. It's kind of crappy because it's super one use, because there's no center, but it makes it light. The thing's super light, easy to tow. Whereas like my trailer is like towing a whole nother truck. So anyways, he's opening this garage. This is his newest project. He just got this from a guy up in Tucson. Let's check it out. Hello.
Turn my mic on.
Oh my goodness, this guy's never.
I turned it off when I was walking through the house. All right, my mic's on. This is my Mustang II.
What the fuck is this thing?
I know, right? This is my gorgeous Mustang II.
I mean, honestly, like, it doesn't look like it's in bad shape. Like,
I mean, it's not in terrible shape. Like, the body's in good shape.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of rust on the floor pan. Like, honestly, the floor pans should probably be replaced, but they make replacement floor pans for it. It's a 76, or is it a 74? It doesn't matter. It's a Mustang II.
It's a Mustang II.
It's an original V8 car. It has a 302 in it with some shiny parts on it.
Let's see this
If you want to come
shiny
take a look.
302. I haven't seen this. I took a peek yesterday. Oh, interesting.
It looks way better than the car looks, you know?
Carburetor needs to be thrown in the fucking trash.
You think so?
Yeah, it's an Edelbroken.
A nettle broken.
Yeah, because they're garbage. Hot
Right on.
garbage.
Hey, as long as it cranks up and drives.
It won't with that.
The car's only supposed to make like 140 horsepower, so we'll see what happens. The guy I got it from said that it just needs a couple things, and it should feel like gas and a battery, and it really should fire right up.
On a Holly.
Who knows? And apparently, according to Ronnie, another carburetor.
Definitely a Holly.
My plans for this year aren't much. I've got the nasty factory seats over here, so I'll probably put one in there, put some gas in it, a battery in it, see if I can fire it up, maybe drive it around the block.
Has a fuel cell in the back.
It does have a fuel cell. He did a bunch of I don't know if he was trying to make this a drag car or just a road car or what, but there's some stuff done to it here.
This is like the suspension everybody puts on the older Mustangs, right? Like Gen 1s and Gen 2s?
Yeah, the fronts. People like this front suspension
Because
for
it's
some
rack
reason.
and pinion.
Oh, yeah?
I think
well,
so.
that makes sense. That makes
I think
sense.
that's the reason, instead of like drag link.
This is my favorite. Mustang 2s are one of my favorite body style Mustangs.
What a weirdo.
I think I know, super weird.
They're terrible.
But I like all kinds of terrible stuff, so.
That is true.
I don't
He
hate
likes
that.
me.
Yeah. It's like RX-7s. I like FCs more than FDs, and Supras, I like Mark 3s over Mark 4s and stuff like that. So anyways, this, like I said, I'm just going to try to crank it up and drive it around the block a couple times. If I get to it, I get to it. If I don't, so be it.
Oh well, there's plenty of other projects
Yes.
around this corner. Okay, what is this?
I got to see if my mic's
Oh
still
my
on.
gosh, this
I'm pretty
guy
sure
is
it's
mic.
still on. It's still on. Are you reading me?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So this dusty thing right here is my 98 CRV. It's all-wheel drive and manual, which makes it kind of a unicorn amongst RD1 CRVs.
RD1.
That's the chassis code.
Yeah.
I've had it forever, so it kind of has some sentimental value to it.
It was both of his daughter's cars,
Yep, it was both their first cars, my
which is cool.
oldest and my youngest. They actually learned how to drive on this car when they were 10. I don't really have plans for this. Like, I need to rebuild the head on it. I'd really like to rebuild the motor. It's got a B20B in it. It's on coilovers. It's got wheels, nothing crazy, but
It's so cool. Like, it's on these Sparco wheels,
yep.
and because Beau, it has all 5.
Yeah, right on. It's on Fortune Auto coilovers. It's, it's super clean inside. Like, it's completely factory and everything works and it's nice. It's comfy, all that. I just want to do a motor rebuild on it. I haven't been driving it for a while, so it's probably just going to sit here this year. Maybe I'll get to rebuilding it. Maybe I won't, but that's going to be it. I do miss it because it's an incredibly versatile vehicle.
Yeah.
This is my Mustang, my other Mustang.
Mustang
2018 S550 GT. I've taken it drifting a few times. It's lowered. It's got wheels. It has no performance modifications power-wise.
It
I
has
took
a
it-
rear gear in it.
Oh, it does. I always forget that. It's got 409s. I think it came with like 355s or 353s or something. It's got 409 in the rear now. So it'll get up and go pretty good. If the traction control's off, it just does a burnout. Like, it won't even like hook up, especially with stretch tires on the back. But for this, there's some suspension stuff that I want to do because I like drifting this car because it's so reliable. But other than that, it'll just be like very little suspension stuff in the rear. There's like a lockout kit and then maybe like a couple of arms back there. I want to do just enough so that it drifts really well, because it's got like a deflection problem right now where it just wants to straighten up real bad. And I think it's because there's so much play in the subframe mounts. So yeah, that's really my only goal for this year, is to get that lockout kit, take it to the drift track. If that doesn't like completely iron out the problem that I'm having, I'll do the next thing and try that. Maybe try different tire pressures, try different tire sizes, things like that.
We talked about sway bars.
Yeah, possibly a bigger rear
It's-
sway bar.
It's very crazy.
Yeah. When I go to transition, it's really snappy, but when I go to straighten out, it's the same way. It just like, it just
You have
hits
that
real
clip.
hard.
We could put that clip of the drone footage last time you took
we'll
it
do
drifting,
that.
and
We'll do that, and you can
see
see it. You can see
It's
it when it
nuts. We'll
straightens
drop
up.
that
It
right here.
just goes bam. Yeah, it's not comfortable. Yeah, where most drift cars we've ever driven, drift trucks or whatever, they just like when you go to straighten up, they just kind of ease back into traction, you know, because you keep the tires spinning. This one, not so much.
Yeah. It's interesting. We drove that car to Utah, and it was nice. We almost died,
A couple times,
but it was cool.
it's a very
I'm
comfortable
a
car at
fan.
speed.
Like, as much as I don't like Fords, like, this is a nice car to have.
Yeah, it's very comfortable on the interstate. Very comfortable. It's a nice daily too.
So, okay, the Beast.
The Beast. All right, this probably puts down like a whopping 50 horsepower. Yeah. This is my 90 Tercel. What do I say about this? I saw it on Facebook Marketplace and I bought it.
If we get right here and we start the video with this, maybe they'll think it's an 8.6.
Dude, it's so funny because this thing has such similar lines to an 8.6. It's crazy. Like, there were years where Toyota made this, the Starlet, the 8.6 Coupe, the 8.6 hatch, the Tercel wagon, the, what else did they make? They made the Corolla sedan also. They made so many versions of
I don't know,
this.
70 different.
It was crazy. They made so many
Two-door
econo cars
tiny cars.
between like 86 and 92. They made so many econo cars, and they all took the place of each other. Like, none of them were crazy different from the others. Dumb.
Is this
Anyway.
like an aftermarket sunroof?
Nope. I mean, I don't think so. I don't know. I can't imagine why somebody would put an aftermarket sunroof in here.
Well, I
But
don't
it
know
could
why Toyota would put one in.
Yeah, and this
factory,
is like
you know
this
what I
is like the econo version. It's called the EZ. It even comes without a passenger side mirror from the factory. But yet it's got a sunroof. Like, how does that make sense?
That's
I don't
crazy.
know. Anyways, I got it. Like everything else, I bought wheels for it and lowered it, and I don't have a whole lot of plans. I don't have many plans for this either. I think it needs a head gasket. It's kind of spitting some white smoke out the back, and I think it's steam. So, and it does get low on coolant, so I think it's burning coolant. I think it probably needs a head gasket, which is not a big deal. But I'll probably do that. We'll probably make a video on that because these things do have a fairly big following. They're big in like island countries, Puerto Rico and Guam and Thailand and places like that. So I don't know. But yeah.
Thailand a island country?
Is what?
I said, is Thailand an island
No, I
country?
don't think so.
you just named
I don't
them. Started off as islands, and we
It's
just
got
named
a,
them countries.
I'm gonna pop this hood just because it's got a.
That's
The
crazy.
first thing I did to it was I had to get it running. It was like the carburetor was messed up on it, so I got a Weber conversion for it, and I think it's pretty cool looking, even though it doesn't have an air filter. But like, none of my cars really have air filters, and I don't care.
He wonders why they need valve stem
Yep,
seats.
100%. Oh, what's that? What's that spring doing? It's doing absolutely nothing.
Doing whatever it wants.
Yep, that's awesome. What the hell? Oh, my nut fell off this thing right. I probably need to fix some. Don't look under here. There's probably some other stuff that needs to be fixed
He's
under
like,
here.
all right, look this
Yep.
way.
I'd love to do interior on this, but it's just not a priority. Like, I might take it to some of the cheap track days, but the Hyundai is kind of my concentration for that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving on.
The interior is a little beat, especially compared to this.
Dude, the interior is crazy beat, dude, compared to the Hyundai.
All right. So here's the one that probably everybody cares about.
This is my favorite car. And you wouldn't think it because it's just been sitting here. I haven't been driving it for a couple weeks, but it's just because it doesn't have a bumper, and I don't like to drive it when it's ugly. But I'm probably going to take the side skirts off of it, take the wing off of it, and start driving it around more because it's really fun to drive because it runs really well. But This is a 91. I actually bought this car for $400. And then I did everything that you see. And then all the things that you don't see. It's got like an FD motor.
We blew it up coming back from a drift event.
Yeah, yeah. Yep, we did, we've driven this, I've driven this a lot. Driven it quite a few times at the drift track. It's done a little bit of streeting here and there. It's been up to Tucson, and I don't know, it's been around. I like driving around the city. It's pretty fun. It's not nice. It's not nice inside. It's not nice.
But you're
under the
working
hood,
on that.
But I'm working on it. Like, I don't know what my plans are for this. Mainly I want to get the front bumper back on it. And I'm kind of torn between taking it back to a stock looking RX-7, like putting a factory bumper and a factory front and rear bumper on it, and putting 17s on it or 16s and just running it like that for a while. Or do I want to put the big kit back on it, leave the wing on and put the 18s on it? I don't know. I definitely want to take it to the drift track, but if the Fox body does real good on the drift track, that's going to kind of be the drift mule. Or that Mustang over there. I don't know. This is what happens when you build multiple drift cars. Like, you don't know which one you want to take to the track. If I had a big trailer, I'd probably take 2 or 3. So yeah, plans for this year, just drive it more. I might clean up the interior, buy some seats for it. The driver's seat's a little torn up. But yeah, I just want to drive it more because it's fun to drive. Plus it sounds amazing, which I love.
So everything you own is old except for one car.
Yep.
Is there a reason?
Yes. I don't like new cars. I don't know. I'm an old man now, you know, so I don't like, ooh, RX-8, check it out. My neighbor has an RX-8 and it's just quiet. It's not a project.
I don't know how to zoom in.
It's just like a cherry RX-8 and it looks super good. And it's gone.
Bye. Okay, anyways, you're older than dirt.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just like things with lots of room in the engine bay, and I don't want sensors yelling at me that I'm doing this, or that the S550 has a sensor in it that tells me that the hood is open. And when that sensor's bad, I've got a light on the dash all the time. And that's so dumb. I can see that this hood is open. In the Mustang, I can see that the hood is open. I don't need that sensor, you know? I don't need half the sensors that are on that car. Like, it came with the tire pressure monitoring system. I don't run those. I've got aftermarket wheels and I switch them out all the time, so I don't have those things in there. So there's that light on the dash as well. That's just new cars, man.
Basically, the federal government is the worst, is what he's saying.
Yep. All the safety stuff, all the, you know, emissions stuff, all the everything. It just sucks. Like, I love driving this because it's simple, you know? I like driving the Hyundai because it's simple. I like driving the CRV because it's simple. I like simple cars. I like working on simple stuff.
Not the Mustang.
Yeah, that's it. That's all. And I think that's it for my fleet. You know, I have a couple motorcycles that I'm working on, but, you know, I don't really have, they're not a priority. I want to get to the drift track more than anything. I got that go-kart too. Nobody cares about that go-kart. I don't even care about that go-kart. It's just sitting there. Anyways, that's it for this video. Ronnie, you got anything?
Nope.
All right. Well, then we'll see y'all later. Peace.